welcome back to another episode of Brand Champions, where we highlight those in the branding industry who are making an impact. I'm Morgan Yonge, and today I'm joined by Melissa Skweres with Cruxology Marketing. Melissa, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes.
Thank you
Melissa,
for having me.
Yes, tell me about your niche and who do you focus on?
Yeah, so obviously I am focused on the upfront strategy, brand and marketing strategy, in particular, making sure that the business strategy is in place and that the brand strategy actually ties to and is built upon that business strategy. And then after the brand is built, then tying the marketing strategy to the brand strategy so that it all is cohesive and goes together. I focus predominantly in on the healthcare space, mostly in health tech. I've spent a good chunk of my career working in the healthcare industry, between pharma and medical devices and hospital systems and kind of everything in between. And I also work with nonprofits to help them drive their missions forward.
Beautiful. So I'm so curious about the healthcare space and branding for that because I've typically been in the business realm, the nonprofit realm more. So tell me about
Sure.
the difference in branding for healthcare versus a typical business.
So I wouldn't say that it's necessarily different. It's the foundation of it is still going to be the same in that you want to make sure that you are building it around and for your end customer. It's really just who that customer is. Most of the time in healthcare, you're going to have a lot of stuff that's going to be more focused towards a B2B audience, and it's going to be those healthcare professionals, or it's going to be hospital systems, or if it's an insurance play, then you might be talking to employers to make it part of somebody's insurance offerings. But it really, the fundamentals of brands still remain the same. It's just making sure that you are tailoring it to that specific audience and industry and the needs of those audiences.
Absolutely. So tell me, what is one technique that you're using right now? Because the scope, the industry is always changing and up leveling. So what is one technique that you're seeing to be consistent and impactful?
A technique. So by technique, do you mean just like a way to build the brands, or what do you mean by technique?
By technique, I'm referring to whether it's a certain task or a certain project that you're giving to your clients or you're producing for your clients that is producing a lot of good results.
Yeah, I think a lot of techniques and stuff that I've been working on is really helping them to ensure that the brand goes beyond just, the logo or the colors that you're seeing on screen or on, marketing materials. To me, brand has to be part of the entire organization, and it really has to filter through everything in the organization, from your mission, your vision, your values, and how you actually conduct your business, all the way through to those fun things and the visuals that everybody sees, your logo, your messaging, the colors, the imagery and things. But also when a customer actually purchases, how you're treating them, what is their customer service experience looking like? How are you making sure that they are having a quality experience? And to me, that is really it needs to be intentional. It needs to be something that is really foundational across the organization, because brands, everybody associates your brand with those emotional ties and with what their perception is of your brand. And so it has to pull through to every aspect of your business.
Beautiful. What I'm hearing is that it must be intentional throughout
Yes.
from the second you have a logo and the colors to everything afterwards, the messaging, marketing, the campaigns, through and through. So thank you so much for the insight that you bring as a brand champion. I really appreciate having you on the show. Unfortunately, our time is up. It just flies by.
Whoa,
Thank
it
you.
flies.
I know, it really does. But Melissa, I really appreciate you being on the show. And viewers, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Brand Champions. If you want more information about Cruxology marketing, head on over to dailynewsnetwork.com and we have it all right there. We'll see you in the next episode of Brand Champions.